There are two main ways to multiply in Excel: manually and using the product function. Multiplying manually means using the asterisk like the standard multiplication sign. We always start formulas in Excel with an equal sign. Then we can either enter the values outright, separated by asterisks, and enter, or we can make reference to the values inside cells by using cell references. Let's get the cost of each crate of produce by multiplying the price per kilogram by the number of kilograms in each crate. Each cell has a unique name, and we'll use that to perform our multiplication task. So we start with our equal sign, and then we'll multiply the value in cell B2 by the number of kilograms in a crate of apples, cell C2. We can either type the name directly, or we can just click on this once we've started to enter a formula. When we hit enter, the result is shown. Now the result of the formula is what's displayed in the cell, but you can still view the formula that was entered by looking at the formula bar when the cell is selected. Maybe we want to multiply by a constant or fixed value. Again, we can go with an explicit value entered in a formula. So let's multiply this value by 100 to find out the price per 100. And we drag on the fill handle to copy the formula downward. Each value in column B is multiplied by 100. But sometimes it's better to use a cell reference when we want to multiply several cells by a constant value. To do this, we can type the value somewhere, so let's type 100 right here, and then just make reference to it by using an absolute cell reference. An absolute reference is when we place a $sign before the column name and a $sign before the row number to indicate that if this formula gets copied, we don't want the reference to shift. So let's delete that here, and let's see how it works. We start off the same way we did before, but now when we make reference to C1, we want a $sign before the C and a $sign before the number 1. As a shortcut, you can hit F4 on your PC keyboard or Command T if you're using a Mac to make a cell reference absolute. So we've done that here, and we copy as usual. Now each cell makes reference to the value that's in C1. And if we change the value in C1 to 50, then all the formulas that refer to it are updated immediately. And let's say we wanted to find out the value of the 8% tax on these items. We can find the percentage of a value by multiplying by either its percentage or the equivalent decimal. So here, we can find the value of 8% either by typing in 8%, or we could use the equivalent decimal, which is 0.08. Of course, now that we know how to use an absolute cell reference, we could just type 8% and multiply each value by 8%. The result is the same. Now, if you need to multiply several numbers, and especially if they're in a contiguous range, it's better to use the product function rather than typing in all your values or cell references one by one. So in this case, instead of typing equals A1 times B1 times C1 times D1, it's easier to use the product function. We start with the equal sign, and then once we start typing in a function name, then we'll usually see a couple of options. And when you see the function name you want, you can arrow down to select it, or just tab if it's the first item on the list. We tab here, and Excel completes the name of the function and types the open parenthesis. Now, we just need to select the range, close parentheses, and enter. With Excel formulas, references to non-contiguous cells are separated by a comma. So for instance, if we have a column inserted here, and we had a number, say 100, but we didn't want to multiply by that number, to skip the reference to B1, we type a comma after A1 and then pick up at C1 to E1 and enter. There's a function that's closely related to the product function, and it's called SUMPRODUCT. And it does exactly what it sounds like. It finds the product of a set of arrays that's entered into the formula, and then it adds them. So in this case, let's say we wanted to find out the total spent after knowing the cost of each crate of produce and the number of crates purchased. Instead of expanding the product in one column here and then finding the total, the SUMPRODUCT does it all in one go. So let's type SUMPRODUCT, and our first array is here, comma, our second array is here, close parentheses, and the grand total is $630.60. Not too complicated, right? Want to learn more Excel tips? Subscribe to our channel or visit GoSkills.com.
Ready to learn more about Microsoft Excel? Then check out the full course on GoSkills.com. Click the link in the description.